Hi, this is Pam, the one and only Grand. Since today was the big wedding, and I love wedding stuff, I thought that I would share some of my wedding collection with you all. I collect coloring books, all kinds, vintage, newer, girly, but I love wedding color books. Here's the Mon Chi Chi Little Monkey wedding color books. This is a vintage one from the 50s. I'm going to go fast because I've got a lot to show you. Oh, I love these, and the graphics inside are so pretty. And some of these I was lucky enough to get that were not colored in at all. I'm going to flip through real quick to give you an idea. This one is not quite as pretty as some of the others inside. I believe this one has a lot of good. This one had paper dolls, but oh, I love my coloring books. Sometimes I actually have time to color in them. This was one from back in the 70s. I think that, I'm not sure the date on that one, but I just love them. Aren't they pretty? Love the old graphics. Love them. I'm just a kid, and I got so excited. I've even got my ring on today. That's when my husband and I were married, and I had that ring made some time back. Somebody on eBay made them, so I wear it sometimes to weddings or on our anniversary. Love these old pictures. Now, this was when he and I were married. This was out. And this one, because we got married in 1979, and I've got two of these, and they haven't been colored in either. And then, not only do I collect, sorry, I hope I didn't make you dizzy, wedding books or coloring books, I like books about weddings. Here's a little called The Wedding Book, A Bride's Memento. Here's a little book called Bridal Bouquet. Here's one called For Your Wedding, Traditional Gowns. Love this one. It's a Victorian, Wedded Bliss, a Victorian bride's handbook. And it's got all kinds of lovely pictures and details, and I don't know what it is about weddings. I think I became infatuated with them when my daughter got married. It'd like to kill me. But anyway, here's a Barbie, beautiful brides, and the little dresses in here are like, they have velvet and felt and different things that you can feel. This little one, the batteries may be dead in it now. I know I'm making y'all dizzy. I'm trying to do it with one hand. Oh, my batteries are dead. I'll have to get those replaced. And this one is really cute. It's called The Wedding, and it's pink and black. And if best I remember, now there's some color. The pictures inside, there's helpful things. I believe there's some funny things. All sorts of pictures. And here's the bride revealed. Here's Precious Moments. A Wedding is Beautiful. This is a bride's book. This has never been used. This is from the 50s. I know that I'm going too fast and making y'all dizzy. I'm running out of room. Here's an old Wilton wedding cake book. I'm about to have an avalanche here, girls or guys, whoever's watching. But this was an interesting book. Now, I've got to try to keep this video short enough so I can get it all uploaded. Well, anyway, that's got cakes in it. Then I love this. The Enchanted Doll's House Wedding. And it's kind of like a pop-up book. And I'm not going to get everything out in here because I can't. But oh, it's so much fun. I don't even have time to play with it. Look, some of the pages pop up and there's houses in it. I mean, it is so fun. Now, we cover this. I'm going to show you something else. There's the wedding topper off of mine and Steve's cake when we got married in 1979. There's a little picture of us. There's a little wedding cake trinket box. There's a little vintage music box that my sister got me. Plays Here Comes a Bride. And here's a little wedding globe with a little bride and groom in it. And then, over here, this is just part of a doll. I sold the other part because I just wanted the dress. And then I've got two of these little trinket boxes. Of course, here's some more of my books. I grabbed a few out of the shelf to make room. I'm going to cut this off for a minute. Okay, now I'm back in my craft room, and it is a hot mess. I have to be careful. I'm showing you right now a bracelet that I also had made, or that I bought that was made on eBay. But now this is not, me and Steve, it's not showing up with this light. It has vintage pictures on it. Let's see. Well, the light is just too bright. It doesn't help any, does it? Well, anyway, it's got vintage pictures of brides and grooms, and how in the world can I get that to show up? Can't do it. Okay, we'll go to something else. Okay, I also wanted to show you a few projects that I had done. I bought this doll's head. Come to find out it was vintage, and I didn't know it when I bought it. I bought 3 of them. And it's not going to show it too good, I'm afraid. But anyway, it was just an old terracotta. It may be in ceramic, I do not know. But I painted it. I put a veil on her, a necklace, and some earrings. I did win a blue ribbon. She looks Asian to me. I thought she was quite pretty in the fair. And then, this particular thing, it was just a wooden house shape. So, I bought it at the auction for $1. I paid $2 for 3 of those heads. That one was Hawaiian or Polynesian, and one was Afro-American, and then that one. And my 2 nieces altered the other, and I did this. We had a fun day doing that day. Anyway, this, that's my baby. My daughter, she's 29 now, when she was 2 days old. And this is my baby to bride. And what it is, I took the house shape, put the partitions in. Oh, mercy, I just realized I had that camera turned sideways again. Sorry, because I can't straighten it out. Anyway, it's just was a little wooden house. And I painted it and papered it and took balsa wood and made little partitions, put in there, stuck little doodads. But the part that I like about it, it's reversible. This thing's probably almost 2 feet high. And on this side is the bride. And I wrote this little bitty poem down here. It says, "Baby to bride, our darling precious baby, sweet..." Let me start over. "Our darling precious baby, sweet girl, then lovely young lady. Our hearts swell with pride, she's now beautiful bride." And then I've just got a black and white picture of her. But anyway, I put some bells at the top and a little cross and some lace and trim to look like lights. And I actually cut vintage cards and used in the backgrounds for some of it. I used some Flower Soft and made some trees, or plants, not trees. And that's a vintage place card holder. And I think it's blurry. And I made the church windows, used wire ribbon for the gold. Anyway, I thought that was neat, like that. And then I wanted to show that because this is all about weddings tonight. I finally got around to making a scrapbook album of mine and Steve's wedding. Because, whoops, let me move that one out of the way so it'll show better. And I cut this out, designed it by hand. We got married in a little country church. We got married in 1979. I put little bells up in the top. And I did this by hand because I didn't have any other way to cut it. Now I'm going to lay it down to show it to you. But what I was so tickled about, I entered this in the fair. And I want you to know I won the grand champion of the adult crafts and arts. And I cried. I never dreamed. I was so tickled. Well, I'm going to do this real quick because this video will be way too long. Okay, that's Jolie's, of course. I'm just on the front. You open it up. There we are coming out of the church, and I did journaling in here. I mean, this is pretty personal. And then over here, that little thing, it makes music. It's about worn out. And there's my dad walking me in down the aisle. And then here we are. the wedding. I can't go through this. I won't have time. This is a ceremony. It was just a small wedding, and I've got things tucked in everywhere. Our colors were pink and blue. I was so silly. I said, we'll do pink for girls and blue for boys. And then here was a scrapbook. Your styles change. I think I do a little bit better now, but this is the way I was doing it back when I made this book. And anyway, you can see two things I regret about my wedding. Well, it's in the 70s. A lot of people didn't wear veils, and I didn't. But the reason I didn't was because I wear glasses. And I thought it would look awful. So I had baby's breath in my hair because it was long. There's the kiss. And here was the prayer. And I had used 2 Bible quotes here and Jolie's Bible. But anyway, and nobody didn't decorate our car. I ain't never got over that. I shouldn't say ain't, but I'm from down south in the country. But I haven't ever got over that. And here we are after the deed was done. There's the picture that's on that ring. I had my hands up in an okay after I got my diploma. I put a little bit of 3D there. Cut that out where I had my arm out so it showed good. This just says you and me, and this little thing opens up, and that was the real kiss outside after we got married. And then this is some people throwing rice and stuff when we came out the door. Back then, you could throw rice before they figured out that it was harming the birds. And anyway, there was our cake, and well, you know how weddings go. And there was a picture of the wedding party. Like I said, it wasn't fancy. And all this stuff just fell out. This was the ring bearer, and there's my mom and some people that were there. This was my thank you gifts. These thank you cards, pink and blue. There's my. I had 2 ring flower girls because they were my little neighbors at the time. There's my dad. He passed away in '93, and I miss him so much. And the song my brother played on the piano was You Light Up My Life. That's my brother. That's what we walked out to. There's just some little trinkets I had from the wedding, or little rings that were on the cakes. And then this is just a page where I was opening some gifts. And then on the back, I just made a little copy of our marriage certificate. And I wrote that we lived happily ever after. And then we went on to have a daughter and a son-in-law and a granddaughter as of that writing. I made that in April 2009, so it's a couple of years ago. That says Once Upon a Time. And so true love stories never have endings. But anyway, I just wanted to share that with you all. It does stand up. Happy wedding day to everybody. Talk to y'all soon. Leave me a comment. Love y'all. Bye.